Um, so I want to talk about girl power, obviously. Um, I was around when the Spice Girls came out, and they were definitely a worldwide phenomenon that happened, and their message was um, for the power that you have as a woman, as a girl, as a female. You use that power with the girls around you, the women around you, and you lift each other up and you support each other. And that's what gives you real girl power, not stepping on people, not you don't disrespect people, you don't treat people terribly, you treat everyone the way that you would want to be treated. And I love that message because that's what, if I were a feminist, that is the line of thinking that I would adopt in terms of women coming together and uniting and being a force of good and inspiration and guidance in the world and all of that. And that's the message that I want to spread to girls, is that you don't have to be mean to other girls or other women. You don't have to step We don't have to be mean to each other. If we instead come together and support each other, no matter where you're from, what your background is, who you are, doesn't matter. You come together. And of course they have Spice Boys, right? Okay. It's not discriminating. They also have the message in the song Spice Up Your Life. She says, colors of the world, spice up your life. Every boy and every girl, spice up your life. People of the world, spice up your life. So they're talking about everybody. And I love that message of coming together, finding commonalities, understanding that we have differences about us. We all have our own personalities, and you might not always like what someone does or says or thinks or whatever, but that doesn't mean you don't have respect for them. You can disagree on political views and still have a friendship, because at the end of the day, your power of unity and community and love and caring and support, that is what really matters. I am sorry. I am so thirsty. My mouth is so dry. Um, so and the reason that I'm even making this video is because I was watching reaction videos. See, here's the thing. There's a lot of these reaction videos out there now about groups, from like the 50s, 60s, 70s. I mean, go farther back too. I mean, music went way far back than that. Um, but people reacting to all these different musical talents in the world that we've had. And the thing is when I was a kid, I grew up on all that music and I loved that music, and my friends did not. So I could only listen to the current music with my friends growing up. When they weren't around, I listened to the music that I liked, which really wasn't the current music. It was always the music that I grew up on. And to name a few: Queen, Billy Joel, AC/DC, Aerosmith, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? It goes back. And the reason I grew up on that is because my mother and my stepfather, ex-stepfather, they listened to that music. That's the music that they had. So that's the music that I heard. And I was always listening to the radio. So I would listen to the songs, like of all the different genres and stuff. And because I was curious about music and I wanted to hear all different kinds of music, not just the popular stuff that they played, but all those other channels that a lot of people don't listen to. They play a lot of great music. It's different music because it's from a different era, but there's soul in the music. There's pure talent as well. There is no auto tune, okay? And that's what I love about it. I love pre-auto tune, because you actually had to work really hard to make your voice sound really good. You had to practice your craft day in and day out. It was who you were. And people took the time back then to really own their crafts and make music an experience rather than just, fake music in the background and voices sounding weird all the time. And I don't know. I'm not really into a lot of the current music right now. I really don't relate to any of it. I have a hard time, like, I just don't like it. It's just, I don't know why that it doesn't grab me. It doesn't get my heart and my soul. And if it doesn't grab my heart and my soul, I don't listen to it. I'm not saying that these people aren't great singers or that they don't make great music. They just, whatever it is, it's not grabbing me. That's all I'm saying. You listen to whatever you want to listen to. I'm not here to tell you who to listen to. But I grew up on all this old music. And so I'm watching people from my generation listen to these songs for the first time and reacting to them. And to me, I'm like, I have listened to all these songs already. I know them. Um, and if I were to make a reaction video, it would just be me like, I love this song. I grew up on this. Aren't they great? I wouldn't be surprised because I've already seen it. Um, I've lived it. So to me, it's just interesting now that the people that are in my age group, like when I was growing up, they didn't want to hear this music. But now I'm seeing people branch out and listening to different types of music, which makes you an eclectic person if you like different types of music. And them liking it, realizing how good it really is. And it just makes me feel really good about that. And which brings me back to why I brought up the Spice Girls and girl power, is that they're not that old. I mean, they came out in the late 90s and like mid to late 90s, so they're not that old. Like what, 25 years or so. And when they came out onto the scene, they were very influential for me. And what I mean is that, the messages in their songs, which they wrote themselves, by the way, they wrote their own music, because they wanted to say what they wanted to say. They wanted to say their own message, and they wanted to show the world that you don't need a man to tell you what to do. You just need to know what you want to do and then do it. They have a song called Do It. I mean, like, they talked about all these different things, and to me, it part of it is nostalgia. I will always love the Spice Girls. they had this sense of, whether they felt it or not, they just gave off um, this vibe of positivity and confidence and happiness, and they felt like role models. They felt like women that you could truly look up to. They weren't about, I'm gonna sexualize everything about me. um, what they did was they wore clothes that were um, sexy, but not over the top. You know what I mean? Some people might find the way they dressed over the top. I did not. I feel that they dressed in today's standards, they dressed very mildly. But it wasn't about what they looked like, it was about the message. And that's what I'm here to say, is that I love their message. It is girl power. And I think that we need to start remembering that and practicing that. Boys, too. Girl power, boy power, people of the world power. We all come together, all right, as best as we can. We respect each other. We might not like what the other person says or does, but we respect each other. Okay, respect is so important. And I am so glad that they came out, because they really brought a lot of inspiration into my life. They really did. They inspired me to do things that I wouldn't have done before. And they gave me hope for the future. And for a while there, I really didn't have any hope for any kind of future. I thought, this is the way my life is going to be, and there's nothing ever, it's never going to be anything other than what it is. And I started listening to them again, because there was one person who reacted to the Spice Girls, and I watched that, and um, I think it was a vocal coach, um, who did it. If I remember correctly, I don't remember who, but she, watching her react to the Spice Girls made me want to listen to them again. And I started listening, and I watched their tours and stuff like that. And it made me remember that I do have power. I if I want something, I got to figure out how to do it and go after it. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It might take you longer, but you can do it. And that is the takeaway from this. I feel inspired by them. I feel empowered by them. And I want this message to spread worldwide. I know this is a very small channel, but I hope that, you know, by paying it forward, if you will, I share this video, people hear it, and then they want to share what I'm saying about community coming together. Girl power, boy power, people power, everyone power, the world power, okay? But positively, okay? There's nothing to gain here except feeling good and liking yourself and liking other people and respecting yourself and others and being inspired and hopeful for the future, no matter what age you are. So, that's my story here. This is what I wanted to say today, and I hope that it inspires you. So, come on, let's get some girl power. I mean, come on. It started here in America, so let's keep it alive. Let's keep going. Let's keep bringing that girl power. All right. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be kind to each other. And I will see you in my next video. Peace and love. Girl power. Oh, before I go, my favorite Spice Girl is Sporty Spice. So I'm curious, who's your favorite Spice Girl? Let me know in the comments below. All right. Take care, guys. Bye. I love you.